Welcome back, man. This is episode 33 of the fourth quarter podcast. Yes, I am on lunch break again. You know what I'm saying? But we making it happen. Kenny, how you doing, bro?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. Let's go. I'm ready.
It's feeling like it's been a little minute, but we just posted, right? But it feel like you ain't been up here in a while. I think because usually we do it on Mondays or Tuesdays, and it's Thursday, I guess.
Yeah, it was just a few days we posted.
Yeah, but starting off today's video, I'm gonna give y'all a little breakdown. This one not gonna be super short, but it's gonna be short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start off talking about how we feel, how the Lakers are doing without AD right now. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen. Then we gonna switch gears and go to Demarcus Cousins. What happened there? You know what I'm saying with him in Houston? Where could he possibly land? What would be like a useful to the team that could use him in a good way? And we're gonna end it off discussing Zion and Lamelo Ball and why Melo gets so much praise when he do something. Zion does it. It's like thanks. So yeah, to kick it off, I think the Lakers are on a 4 or 5. I think it's 4 game losing streak. They haven't been playing good ball. I know we had a couple pieces out, including our one of our main pieces, the Anthony Davis, but Schroeder hasn't been playing. I'm not sure if he played last night. I didn't even want to watch. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, just because I told Kenny, like, we were talking on the phone. I told him, I'm like, we're probably gonna get blew out, and I think we did. I think it was 89 to one something. So I think we
114. Y'all got your ass whipped by 25 points. Y'all lost by 25
and
points.
I told you that you didn't believe me. Well, I ain't gonna say you didn't believe me, but I guess you didn't think it was gonna be a dub. But I
I did
told
believe.
you.
I did believe you. My standards, even though I know y'all been losing, my standards aren't low for y'all because LeBron is still there. But good.
Yeah, but I mean, I just told I can see these things, man. Like I told Kenny we was gonna get our ass whooped, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. Personally, how I feel, we're playing. Like I didn't watch last night game, but I watched the other ones that we lost. The Wizards were one of them. It's just I feel like we get complacent. So I think the Wizards we had a 17-point lead at one point in the game. I don't know if it was going into the fourth, but at one point in the game we had a 17-point lead. Got complacent. They came back, kicked our ass. Last night I did watch the highlights. We just our defense just it just wasn't there, and I think LeBron finished with 19 points. So that should tell you everything you need to know about last night's game. It's just I came on, so I will admit when I'm wrong. I came on and told y'all I didn't think AD being out was going to be a problem, but now I am. I want to correct myself, and it is because even if AD's not doing nothing, say he put up 15, 8, and 5, people still have to. It's kind of like the Curry effect. You still have to account for him being on the court. So when teams go in knowing that Anthony Davis won't be there, that gives them an advantage. And then obviously Dennis Schroeder's not an all star, but he plays great defense, and he's a 15 point, scorer, 10 point. But that matters in some of these games. It probably wouldn't have mattered last night. But I think we lost to the Wizards by 2 or 3 or 4. And that 10 points, that 15 points, that would have mattered. So obviously we're missing key pieces. But like Kenny just said, we still have LeBron and we're still the defending champ. So I don't think we should be on a 4 game losing streak. That's just, to me, that's just ridiculous. But yeah.
I'm not giving the Lakers and LeBron no free passes. They lost by 25 points. And I do want to acknowledge that they're missing two starters, as you already said. You already said they're missing Dennis Schroeder and Anthony Davis because a lot of
Just
people.
to, not to cut you, I'm gonna let you finish, but just to be straight, there's no excuses on my side. I'm just laying it all out. It's zero. I just said we are the defending champs. Zero excuses. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I just want to I just wanted to say again that like they're missing Schroeder too because people just saying Davis. They're just saying Davis.
Right.
And Schroeder matters. But like I said, I'm not giving them guys no excuses. They still got LeBron. They still have Montrezl Harrell. Y'all say he's the sixth man, right? Okay. So you still got Montrezl Harrell. You still got Kyle Kuzma. You still got Mark Gasol, defensive player of the year former. So I just can't give these guys no free passes because I actually watched some of the game. I actually watched some of this god doggone game, and a lot of the stuff what was going on didn't have nothing to do with Anthony Davis. LeBron James only scoring 19 points. That really doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. You should be able to score 30 without Anthony Davis. LeBron James had 4 rebounds. That doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. You should get 4 rebounds without Anthony Davis. 4 assists. You should be able to get more than 4 assists without Anthony Davis. Now, I will say, like I said, I watched some of this game. LeBron didn't play in the fourth quarter. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. So he got 19 points. He got 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 quarters. He didn't play the fourth quarter. You want to know why he didn't play in the fourth quarter? Because they was getting their ass whooped. That they was getting their ass whooped. So it really didn't make sense to bring him in with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter and just expect LeBron James to bring you back from 20. It probably wasn't going to happen. They were getting their ass whooped the entire game. So it really didn't make sense to bring him in. I thought they were going to bring him in and see what LeBron could do because LeBron James is the GOAT. Maybe he would have brought them back, but obviously Frank Vogel was like, nah, we're not going to push it. This game isn't too important. But moral of the story, LeBron didn't play that fourth quarter last night because they was getting their ass whooped. Because if it was a close game, a back and forth game, you think LeBron would have sat the whole fourth quarter? No, he would have came in. He didn't come back in because they was getting their ass whooped, like I said. But even though they're missing Schroeder and they're missing Davis, a lot of what's going on has nothing to do with Davis. They were getting outworked last night. Donovan Mitchell outworking them. Donovan Mitchell got more rebounds than LeBron James. He had about 10 rebounds. They're just getting outworked. You got Mike Conley beating you to loose balls. They're getting outworked. This doesn't really have much. I mean, obviously you're missing Anthony Davis. You're missing a great defender, and you're missing a guy that's going to get you at least 20 points a game. But that's not why they really lost. I feel like they should be able to beat most teams without Anthony Davis if they play how they're supposed to play. They only had 6 fast break points. Are you serious? 6 fast break points? That's not good at all. That's not good at all. The Lakers only made 8 threes. That don't really have much to do with Anthony Davis. What do you think? You think if Anthony Davis played, they would have had 15 threes? No, they probably still would have had about 8, maybe 10. So, like I said, that doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. They took 33 threes, and they only made 8 of them. And the flow, now I feel like what I'm about to say is kind of stupid. Now, when I was watching the game, it actually seemed like they're missing Schroeder even more. Obviously, he's not better than AD, obviously, But I'm just saying, far as what they were missing last night, what did I say? Fast break points. I feel like Schroeder would help that. Anthony Davis won't help that too much. What else did I say? Loose balls. Schroeder would help that. Mike Conley probably wouldn't beat Schroeder to a loose ball and stuff like that. And like I said, Donovan Mitchell had about 10 rebounds and stuff like that. That probably wouldn't happen if Schroeder was there. I just feel like a lot of what's going on doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. I'm not giving them a free pass on that. The Utah Jazz, they made 22 threes last night. They made 22 threes against the Lakers. That doesn't really have much to do with Anthony Davis. That doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. Them making 22 threes. So I'm not giving them the free pass. I feel like LeBron should come out being more aggressive. I mean, LeBron, you're missing 2 starters. I do understand you're missing 2 starters. Why don't you come out aggressive? Like, we see Luka and Dame and Curry, they're putting up these crazy numbers because they feel like they have to win. LeBron, you understand at this point, without Schroeder and without Davis, you understand that if you're not playing at your best, you're probably going to lose. So if you come out there cruising, y'all gonna get your ass whooped. So to me, this is a lot to do with LeBron because he still has it in him. I still view him as the best player in the NBA. And when you're the best player in the NBA, a lot comes with that. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
I already stated that they don't get an excuse, but a lot of what you're saying is not making sense. You can take a starter, a star, an all-star of any team, and then another guy that the team really needs, and they probably wouldn't be doing the best. So you're saying all these things like I just stated that even if Anthony Davis come in the game and give you 0-0-0, his presence will still be known. So with you saying that Donovan Mitchell had more rebounds, well, who's to say he would have had less if AD would have played? You said they're not getting threes, making threes. Anthony Davis he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. Dennis Schroeder can knock down 1 or 2. So, like I said, and I want to reiterate, I'm not saying that they get a free pass, but for you to say that, like what you said because they're missing that's just blasphemous. It's just like saying, okay, Clay being out in that finals didn't matter. Him and KD being out of that finals didn't matter. Is that what you are you agreeing to that they would have lost regardless without KD and Clay? No, right? So it just seems like what you're saying it doesn't make any sense. You take any all-star and the second guy off any team in the league, I'll guarantee you they won't go undefeated. So I just wanted to say that, but like, yeah, I'm still saying they don't get no excuse. They're defending champs. I mean, they're going to take losses. I mean, no team is going to go undefeated in the regular season. So I get that. I just feel like it shouldn't. The reason why we've lost in a row is because that we're missing Anthony Davis and Dennis Schroeder. But for you to say that wouldn't matter, that's blasphemous.
No, I'm when I say it wouldn't matter. I'm talking about far as the end effect. They got their ass whooped. They lost by 25 points. I'm saying I actually watched the game. I watched some of the game. If you would have put Anthony Davis in, he would not have fixed a lot of their problems. Their problems were fast break. They had 6 points in
And
fast
LeBron
break.
have a lot of fast breaks together. When he throw the ball down the court, that's a fast break, and they do that a
Even
lot.
even even if you want to, they had 6 fast break points. Even if you want to double that, let's give them 12. They would still get their ass whooped. They would still have lost by a lot of points. So that's what I'm saying. And even if you want to say he's a good 3-point shooter, let's just say Anthony Davis got his average.
See, you're digging too deep into this. I'm not saying that this is the best team record-wise in the league. So, okay, give us this loss. Well, we have. You're saying that like even with AD, we would have lost to the Wizards too.
What I'm saying is I watched a good chunk of that game, and what I'm telling you is the Lakers got outworked.
Okay.
That doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis. They got outworked. The Lakers, if LeBron is playing to his full strength, 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists at the end of the third, that isn't his best. He could do better. So what I'm just saying is it doesn't have much to do with Anthony Davis why they got their ass whooped.
Okay.
Because they can win without Anthony Davis. See, let's look in the next week when Anthony Davis doesn't play. I bet you they beat a couple good teams, and that's going to prove that when they want to play, they could play. They got outworked. They literally got outworked. I seen it. They got outworked.
It's not necessarily true.
No, I'm telling you, I seen them get beat to lose balls. They weren't playing hard.
Okay, bro.
They weren't going. LeBron not playing the whole fourth quarter. That shows you that like they weren't really going for it.
You're still talking about this one specific game that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. We're talking about what does this 4-game losing streak mean to the Lakers, not what does losing by 25 to the Jazz means to the Lakers. They lost one big game to their team with the best record in the league that they probably still would have lost even if Anthony Davis was playing. That's not what we're discussing. You saying lose balls and all this fat. Okay, they got outworked last night. Okay, I'm giving you that. But I'm saying that the topic at hand is what like so okay, even if they beat a couple good teams next week, what does that mean? If you think LeBron played his hardest last night with 19 points, you're crazy. And we just need to cancel the podcast if you honestly believe that.
I don't believe he was playing his hard. You're
Okay, so then we on the same
my
page.
point. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we're on the same page then. So now if he playing his hardest and we took an L, then that should be a little discouraging. But if we both know he wasn't playing to his what we think he can play like, then it's like, okay, he knows Anthony Davis not playing. I'm not about to go out here and play the best team record wise with my all with Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and Marc Gasol being my next best guys. Marc Gasol is just a body. He's literally it's literally 4 against 5 when they're on the court with Marc Gasol on the court. He's just a body.
Yeah, I understand LeBron wasn't playing 100%. That's what I've been saying. They got outworked. That's literally what I've been saying. They got outworked. Like I've literally been saying that for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm saying you've been talking about this one specific game.
Because this game is the game that it's the most fresh inside my head, and this is the game that I've seen the most on.
No,
I don't want to get too much. I don't want to get too much.
Go ahead.
I don't want to get too much into the Wizards game because I didn't see too much of that game. I want to talk about Utah more because I just seen this game last night and I seen the Lakers get their ass whooped. So that's why I'm talking about that game more.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, you can't give a full story or full context on something when they're missing 2 key players.
See, Demir, that's what I'm saying. Them missing them players. When you're missing, okay, Curry's missing Clay. People are going to be missing people. Players are going to, your teammates are going to be hurt sometimes. I still don't expect for you to get 89 points. 89 points, That's horrible. You only score 89 points in a scoring league. That doesn't. I'm not giving you a free pass. I don't care who's playing. You should score pretty much more than 89 points. The Lakers score 89 points.
But you don't believe that though. I don't honestly feel that you believe that Lonzo and Zion go out. You expect them to go out and put up 130. Please tell me that. Against the best team in the NBA. Please tell me that.
I expect every team in the NBA to score over 89 points.
Okay,
Yes.
fulfill your argument. Okay, great. Fulfill your argument. All right. If that's what you think, then okay, great for you. That you take Bill and whoever their starting center is, Hachimura or whatever. I know that's not the starting center, but you take Bill and him off, it won't be good. You take Trae Young and what's that dude name that went to the same school as Zion? The shooter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You take him and him off, it won't be good. You take Donovan Mitchell and I wouldn't even say Gobert. I'll leave a star. You take Donovan Mitchell and Ingles or Bogdanovich. It won't be like you trying to make it seem like that I don't feel that you honestly believe that. But if you want to say that to fulfill your argument, then that's great for you. If you think any team would just score over 89, won't score over 89 points when they're missing a star player and another key player to their offense and defense. But like I said, if you want to fulfill that, go crazy.
I mean, they just scored 96. They just scored 94 against the Heat the other day.
Who, the Lakers?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What's your argument?
I'm saying they're capable of scoring way more than 89 points. They just weren't playing 100%.
No shit. That's my like. So I don't get why you like. So my point is that they're scoring lower when they're missing two key pieces.
Demir, this is my point. They scored 89 points. They had 6 fast break points. I'm saying I understand they're missing 2 starters, but they can still do way better than what they're doing. Teams are going to be missing players. The Nets are missing Kevin Durant. Portland is missing CJ McCollum. The Warriors is missing who they missing? They missing Klay Thompson. You still got to figure it out. So I'm just saying they can still do better.
Duh, but that doesn't mean that doesn't take your overall down. Why are you trying to make it seem like, okay, we're going to get over it, guys, but they're still going to go out there. Like, obviously, the Warriors are ass. Why? Because Klay is missing. I'm not saying they'll be first in the West, but I think they would definitely have more wins than they have. And just to give you some thought on this, I don't even think these teams are missing people. The Thunder, they lost last week. These are all last week on Friday, 98-85 against the Bucks. That's only 80 points. The Raptors won 86-81 against the Timberwolves. So for you to say teams don't score over 80, and I think those teams are healthy, so I just don't get what you mean by that. But
I believe any team with LeBron should score over 89 points.
That was any team with LeBron. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm pull out of you. There we go. So any team with LeBron should score over 89. Okay.
It's pretty bad. Mm-hmm. They even I understand they're missing Schroeder and Davis, but you still shouldn't lose by 25 points.
Right, with LeBron on your team, a 36-year-old. Okay.
I don't care if you say he's 48. He's still the best player in the NBA to me. When I say you're the best player in the NBA,
36. Huh? Age don't change because that's your favorite player, or you think he the GOAT.
Bro, I'm not about to downplay them getting their ass whooped by 25 points.
Downplay it. We're the defending champs. We can afford to lose like that. You don't have to downplay it.
Because if it was vice versa, and LeBron just went for 45 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, and if they won by 25 points, oh man, we'd be going ham.
Who on that team had those stats? Nobody, right?
For the Lakers?
No, for the Jazz. They just beat our ass by 25. Who had 46, 12, and 12, or whatever you just said? Nobody, right? So maybe that's why it's not being talked about. They played, like I've been telling you, even when we had the MVP conversation, the Jazz themselves have been playing great team ball. So nobody over there just doozing on us. They beat us as a team. We got our ass kicked. No excuse. But for you to say that Anthony Davis being out wouldn't have made a difference and Schroeder, you're fucking crazy. Nobody on that team had the stats you just put out. LeBron is a 36-year-old man, and for you to still consider him the best, that's what's up. That's a clap. But does that mean he's going to have his off nights and the age going to get to him a little bit? Yes. You think just because all these little kids think LeBron is the GOAT and he their favorite player that age just go out the window like, oh, shit, I'm their favorite, so I can still play like I'm 23. No, he still feels it.
Oh, so LeBron's not – he didn't play well last night because he's 36.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to factor that in. You saying that shouldn't happen with LeBron on your team. Yes, a 36-year-old LeBron James is going to happen. But okay, like we've busted ass this year. I ain't hear you talking about that. Oh, because it's LeBron. Okay, now I'm getting it. That doesn't make any sense. You quick to take the credit away, but it's just whatever when they go and win a championship. It's just whatever. Or when they beat a team by 40, it's just whatever. But as soon as they lose by 1 point or lose by 25 points in this case,
25. Yeah, there you go.
then it's like, oh, like should we be worried? Are the Jazz going to go to the Western Conference Finals? Are they going to make it to the finals?
Probably not. That's what makes it worse.
Okay, there we go.
Y'all lost to a team that won't even make.
Wait. But you have a pretty good, like you think the Lakers have a pretty good chance though, right?
Yeah, they should make it. They should make it to the championship.
That's my point. But moving on, man. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. It was kind of quiet, but they tried to slide Demarcus Cousins out the back door. They released him, and for those who don't know, him and John Wall were pretty good friends. They actually went to college together. So this was kind of, I wouldn't say a dream come true, but this is something they say they both wanted for a while now, joining the same team. DeMarcus Cousins have been playing decent, not career high numbers or anything like that, but he's been what the Rockets needed in the center. Knocked down the three, decent defender, rebounds. Like he's been pretty good. So myself and Kenny, we came up to the conclusion that we feel like something happened internally within the organization for them to just abruptly let him go. It both caught us by surprise. We don't understand it, but yeah. How you feel about that?
I'm confused. I mean, I seen something. I think the coach, Coach Stylus or whatever his name is. I think he was like they wanted to play small again.
Yeah, I did see that too.
I don't know why you want to play small. We just seen how that worked last year. You got your ass whooped when you play small ball with PJ Tucker, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. I don't understand why you would want to play small ball. You're gonna get your ass whooped.
And I'm glad you said that. Not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm glad you brought that up. If it didn't work with one of the greatest shooters of all time and Mr. Triple Double himself, and this is no knock to John Wall because I think he's better than Russ. But if it didn't work with them two, what made you think it's gonna work with John Wall now? But go ahead.
I don't think it had. I don't think it had anything to do with the small ball. I think something happened internally that they don't want to say, or so they just that was a cover up for them to say talking about small ball because I'm pretty sure Christian Woods is kind of a skinny guy. You don't want him guarding. You don't want him guarding Joel Embiid.
Right.
You don't want him guarding Jokic.
I wouldn't even put his ass on Looney.
So I don't know what they're about to do, but I feel like they should have kept Cousins because he's still a big body. So when you do go against teams like the Sixers, I mean he's not going to be able to really shut down Embiid, but he can match him as far as weight. And Anthony Davis, I mean he can't guard Anthony Davis either, but he's still a big body. Cousins is still a big body. He was shooting pretty good for them, making threes and stuff. He was doing pretty good. I mean they weren't paying him much. So I feel like with the contract he was getting, he was doing pretty good, and he was knocking down some threes. He really was. Look it up. He was making threes. So I think something happened that they don't want to say, but they go small ball. They haven't been doing good. When they had lost Harden originally, they went on like a 6-game win streak. Then Woods went down, and that hurt. Christian Woods went down, and that hurt. That hurt the team. But we'll see how everything goes without Cousins when Woods come back. But I think it's gonna get even worse, and I think they're gonna be getting their ass whooped from here on out. And they just lost to the Cavaliers yesterday. They just lost to the god doggone Cavaliers, so that's not a good sign. Let me see, make sure I'm right. Yeah, they lost to the damn Cavs. 96. The Rockets lost to the Cavs 96-112. It's pretty bad, man. You lose to the Cavs 96-112. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it's not something internal, which I don't believe, I think he like slapped the coach or something. Not literally, but I think he did something. But if it's not that, then they might be putting all their marbles in because and it's funny that I'm bringing this up because I actually seen something. Stephen A. said that no, Shannon Sharp. He was saying that he don't really pay attention to players until like big time players mention them. So, and he was actually talking about LeBron, but this is a while ago. But I seen that when they played the Rockets earlier this year, LeBron said like, "Hey, that dude, the truth." So I don't know if they're doing a Shannon Sharp thing where they like, okay, if LeBron said this, maybe we can put all our marbles into him, and they trust him that much to be able to run the small ball with using him when he gets back healthy. But I don't believe that. But if that is true, then the Rockets just prove again that they are a dumb organization. Capella was a great center for them when they had them last year before they let him go. Like they just like I be feeling like, man, how do these GMs get their jobs? Like they gotta like you go to college, you gotta be like in tune with this basketball stuff. But I be feeling like I can do some of the stuff these guys are doing. Like it's ridiculous how they come up with these decisions and like do move stuff around and just Demarcus Cousins is not I mean, you can make a case for top 10, but he's definitely not a top 5 center. So we're not talking about him like he's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but it's like to let him go and he was playing pretty well. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like I just don't get it. But moving on from that, where do you think what do you think would be a good fit for him? Like where do you think he should go?
Hold up, I got something else to say about the game when Houston when they lost to the Cavaliers. So I'm not a big fan of small ball. Like I just said, we seen Houston. They got their ass whooped last year playing small ball. They got their ass whooped. They got gentlemen swept by the Lakers. The Lakers were a big team last year. JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, etc. So without Demarcus Cousins last night playing the Cavaliers, Jared Allen, that was just on the Nets, that is now on the Cavaliers, he scored 26 points. He had 11 field goals, and he made 10 of them. And Jared Allen's not even a scorer, and he went 10 for 11. I don't think that would have happened if Cousins was there. And he had 18 rebounds. Jared Allen, 18 rebounds, bro. That's a lot for anybody to get. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you Joel Embiid, Jokic, Gobert. 18 rebounds is 18 rebounds. That's bad, dog. But when you play small ball, you're gonna get your ass punished most of the time. And that's what happened to them last night. But I think Cousins should either go to the I would say the Celtics. I would say the Celtics or the Heat. I say the Celtics or the Heat. The reason I say the Celtics because it's like things aren't going well for them right now, and Marcus. A lot of the reason why they've been losing is Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's been injured or whatever. They got to get an. What you say?
That would make a difference. But go ahead.
He very important to that team.
He
So
is, but it's not to like derail where we're going with this, but Boston has just been playing terrible. I don't think he would come in and make it like he will make a difference, but I don't think it would be a difference between a win or a loss. But go ahead.
I mean, they actually been the Celtics act. I get what you're saying. He's not going to just turn the whole thing around, but I do think they'll have a couple more wins if Marcus Smart was playing.
They actually got their ass whooped last night to the Hawks, 127 and 112. But
Yeah, fucking Gallinari had 10 threes. I don't think that would happen if Marcus Smart was there. Matter of fact, I would put money next time Marcus Smart plays against the Hawks, Gallinari won't get 10 threes. They just lost to the Pelicans the other day.
I've seen that.
They were up 20. They were up 17 points, and the Pelicans came back, which the Pelicans they're not even a great offensive team. And those guys come back on you.
Hey, shout out Rod too. Boston sucked.
I don't think that would have happened if Marcus Smart was playing. I don't think that would have happened. So I do think
gonna be everywhere.
huh?
I get what you're saying because I don't want people to think I like Marcus Smart. So he's a gritty player. He definitely upgraded his three. Like we know about his defense already. But I mean, I don't know. Now
I mean,
that game I will because I don't. He probably would make a difference between letting the team come back from 17, but letting Gallinari do what he did last night is like when you hot, you hot. Like they probably would score more than 112, but they probably still would have got their ass kicked. But that's neither here nor there. I actually like this. I actually like both teams that you named. I would definitely say, well, Tristan Thompson has been playing better because they still got Theis and Tristan Thompson over there in Boston.
Ice is pretty decent. He spreads the floor. He's decent.
Yeah, so I like Tice, and I at first I was like get rid of Tristan Thompson, but a source, a key like a Boston fan told me he's been playing better. So, but I do like the Heat, and I'm not opposed to him coming to us. Right now, we don't have a center. Marc Gasol, I will continue to say this. I don't care whenever next time we play, he dropped career high 50. Marc Gasol is trash. He's washed. He need to give it up. That defensive player of the year, I know what you're doing too, because now I brought up Draymond's. It was like, thanks. But now y'all see, now he want to bring up Marc Gasol, defensive player of the year. But honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to him coming to us. And one other team, honestly, going back to the war, I like Looney, but he's not really an offensive guy. He does what he asks as far as rebounding and defense, but and he got a little footwork down there, but and I did see him make a three, but I think that was luck. The Warriors, I wouldn't mind if they went and picked him up. But yeah, the Heat, Lakers, and Warriors. Those are three destinations I think Demarcus Cousins could, possibly do well in. And I think all of them are playoff contention, except the Warriors. It's still early to say, but the Heat and the Lakers should make it. So at least he'll actually be playing for something and not going to like the Cavs. And it's just like, okay, what am I doing here?
Right. And we already got like 4 centers anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Drummond still sitting? Like, are y'all still sitting him, like because like y'all might trade him?
Yeah, we gonna sit Drummond's ass until he ain't play last night. We gonna sit his ass until somebody send in a good trade. We're not gonna just give y'all Andre Drummond for a box of cookies. He's a good player. Y'all gonna have to offer something good or you're not getting him. It's plain and simple. Simple and plain. Y'all guys aren't gonna get him. He's a 20 and 20 guy, and y'all trying to give us raggedy offers. We'd rather just keep him. But that's that.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about Demarcus Cousins, that whole situation, and where would y'all like to see him go. Moving on to the last and final subject, we actually had this like we had planned on coming on here and talking about just Demarcus Cousins and the Lakers or whatnot, but we actually had a little mini debate before we got on here, and what it is Kenny was saying that Melo, love Melo. That is, I know a lot of people still know Melo Carmelo, but he was basically saying that Lamelo, like he could sneeze and like people will go ham, like the analysts, ESPN, like they posting him all night because like I don't know, I guess he's a rookie and he's expected to do so well. But when Zion does what he does, or even better, it's like thanks Zion. So to kick it off, basically what I was saying is I hold Zion to a different standard. Like he came in his rookie year, and I think if he'd have played more games, he would have been the rookie of the year. But he came in and showed us just a little taste of what he can do, and he kind of had like the LeBron effect as well because he's been watched since high school, even Duke, and I don't even think they made it to the tourney or they lost early. Yeah, I think they lost early, and they like people were still saying, "Oh, well, we believe in Zion." So I think he's just holding it down. Like last night, he had 32 points. Um, and he's actually averaging 25.3 right now, which is good for a second year guy. Like Zion he's playing really good basketball. He surprised me. Like I know y'all remember those early episodes when Kenny used to go ham and we used to be like basically telling him to shut up. But now I'll give him his flowers. Like he been doing what Kenny has been saying. But I think the thing with Melo is I was telling Kenny like he doesn't have the green light like Zion either. Like you have to put those things into effect. So when Melo does go out and score 20, I think the reason why people go so ham or like they get so excited about it is because when you're doing that and you just became a starter, well, I think Kenny said he's been a starter for like a month now. But like when you're doing his things and you don't have as much leeway as Zion, I think you should get a little bit more praise for it because it's like when you make a mistake, you're probably coming out. Zion can make 10 mistakes and it's still like, okay, continue doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he has a little bit more leash than Melo does. And I feel like that's why he's praised more for the things that he does than Zion is because it's like Zion, we expect you to do this. You are the Pelicans. Melo, they didn't even start him. He was drafted number 3. So it's like, you know,
We were just gonna keep playing my man Zion off, man. I mean, He's pretty much putting up Shaq numbers, and we're playing it off. I hope when his rookie contract's over, he goes to a better team because the team that they have around him is absolutely horrible. The team that Zion has around him, I repeat, is horrible. He has Steven Adams in the starting lineup. Thank you. He's horrible. It's horrible on the offensive end. Lonzo Ball is horrible on the offensive end. Eric Bledsoe shouldn't even be a starter, and that's who Zion has in his starting lineup. And Brandon Ingram's pretty good. He's overrated to me, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, and I can agree with that, but I mean Melo's team isn't too good either. I think they got a pair of twins over there. Like come on, Michael Jordan. Like it's bad on both ends. But like I said, I'm giving Melo credit for everything. I mean Zion credit for everything. But I mean Melo already dropped a 30-point game. Like we can see like so you were saying that a lot of players got to build like they got to develop. You can see the development in Melo already, like the passing, the awareness, the rebounds. Even though he is 6'7", but he don't have to be down there getting them, but he does. Like the shooting can, I think that's going to go up because he's not a terrible shooter, but that it does need to go up. He went 7-11 field goal last night. I think 3 for 7 from three, but I just think Melo, like he's proven a lot of people wrong because just like how you're saying we're praising him, it's a lot of people that didn't even think that he would be doing what he's doing right now. Like I get on Twitter after a game and it's like Lamelo really like he really shut me up, or Lamelo really doing this I didn't expect him to. So I feel like it's they just making the apology louder as loud as the hate was. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to give both of them their props. But yeah, Zion is hooping, man.
He's averaging, yeah, he's averaging 15 points. I mean, that's decent.
He's gonna win Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah,
Okay, as long as you know.
he's gonna win that. He was probably gonna win that based on popularity alone.
That and the fact that it's like nobody else is really, you know what I'm saying? Like Wiseman, and he's playing okay, but he just got injured. That hurt him. And Anthony Edwards, he had a big dunk the other night, but other than that, you don't really. But I feel like even if you take the popularity away, check your sheet. Look at the stats. He
Yeah,
leads.
he,
He
he
leads
should.
every category.
Lamelo Ball should get Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's playing pretty well. I still don't feel like he's consistent yet, but he's a rookie, so that'll probably come with more time. But
And I
he'll
feel the same as you. Like I'm agreeing there. He's not and that's what I was just meaning about the numbers. But yeah, he'll get there. I agree.
yeah, he'll probably get there. Averaging 15 points, that's pretty good. 6 rebounds, that's pretty good. 6 assists is pretty. He's playing pretty well. I mean,
Oh, 15, 6, and 6?
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's a guard, so in today's game, 15 points for a guard isn't a lot at
Yeah,
all.
it just goes back to my green light thing. Like those 3 for 7 probably didn't come in one jank of him playing. He probably got set and then came back in and missed 2 more.
I mean, you're talking about the green light, but he takes a lot of shots. I mean, last night against Phoenix, he just took
12 or 11.
he took 11 shots, made 7. That's pretty. That's great. 7 out of 11 is good. The other night before that, the last game, he took 20 shots. That's a lot. Then he took 10 shots. Then another game, he took another 20 shots. Damn. 15 shots, 15 shots, 18 shots, 17 shots. Damn, one game he took 27 shots. So LaMelo Ball's getting reps up. It's not like he's just taking 5 shots a game. So I understand what you're saying about the green light, but
I feel
he
like
he
his volume though is like this.
he's far from a red light. But we can end it out on that. That dude is far from a red light.
He
Because
got a
like I
yellow.
said,
He probably got a yellow, but y'all let us know what y'all think. Is the media giving him too much? Are they not giving him enough? If Zion being overlooked, what do y'all think Demarcus should go? And how do y'all feel about the Lakers? But that's gonna wrap up this 33rd episode, man. Like I tell you all the time, like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends because this is the best sports podcast on YouTube. And don't think we forgot for the football fans out there that's been watching. And I know y'all probably like, what's been happening. We're gonna next episode. We're definitely gonna have a segment on what's been going on in NFL. It's the off season right now. That's kind of why we kind of like took a break from it, I guess you could say. But it's been some things that's been happening that we want to discuss. So yeah, look for that in the next episode. But can you got anything else?
Just please keep supporting us, and we're gonna keep dropping this content.
But all right, man. We gonna see y'all next time.